afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacaster. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on Crossroads Winter. In the south, it is Opportunity Cost, aka Expensive Runner. Funny here for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 3rd Armored Division, as in the north it is Prabuty. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, here in this cold winter wasteland. Taking on the role here of the 116th Panzerdivision Binhund with Jaeger Infantry. Got double infantry, Panzerfaust Bulletins there. It's got ambush tactics, G-Foot free upgrades, Jaeger command squads, artillery barrages, and Stuart close air support versus the rifle and defensive structures, smoke barrages, ranges, combined arms, and Pershing heavy tanks. We got a double rifle start there for Opportunity Cost. Prabuty with Grenadiers. Is he planning an early sniper here? He's just planning more Grenadiers. There we go. Early sniper here for Prabuty to try and bleed out the Americans. Some Wehrmacht players favour the sniper, as the American players can struggle dealing with the sniper, partly because they don't have any counter sniper themselves, but the counter is also a bit less amazing. Like the M20, for example, can be shot down by 2-2 pretty quickly. So for a Wehrmacht player, it can be somewhat easier for a sniper to work against the Americans and actually bleed them out. So thus, some players tend to favour it. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Thank you very much for that little short message. Continues moving up here in the west. Pioneers moving ahead there for Prabuty. A rifle squad setting up. There's sandbags up here. Good use there. Some players don't make use of it, but in an already aggressive faction, being able to quickly move out and then dig in already with sandbags in position where there's no heavy cover can be quite effective. In particular, there's a faction like the Wehrmacht, which does tend to struggle a bit there on the offense. So if you all could quickly dig in, they can really make a Wehrmacht player's early game a bit of a nuisance. Sniper moving up here. Close to getting a shot there, but the rifle quickly veering away. Possibly expecting a sniper, just a machine gun there. He quickly sort of pops his head back there to ensure he doesn't get his clean blown off. Got the Western Nations interesting to worth it. He is so far not focusing on grabbing his own fuel point in the east or any fuel point. Might be trying to the west one, but interesting there. Dustbin's going to fall behind here on fuel compared to Opportunity Cost. AK expensive runner. Second Grenadiers go halfway down there for Booty. Ramen continue to pursue the sniper here. Sniper needs to be careful down to half health. Gets killed there and retreated. Grenadiers pursuing here the rifle, Grand Eastern Nations. Sniper there, looks like it's going to get away. Pretty risky move there by Prabuty, to be honest. Could have been much more ugly for him. Rifle squad being posted on with the Grenadiers. Rifle squad flanking up here. Grenadiers pushing ahead. Back here, Sniper's going to have to be much more careful from now on. He could quickly be killed by another, say, sneaker sack. Grenadiers being overwhelmed by expensive runners. Rifle squad, they need to retreat now as well. Pioneers bring up. Sniper needs to get out as well. Just begin bleeding out to those Yankees. 2 killed so far. Rifle squad being assaulted so far. The Opportunity Cost is definitely getting more fuel here than Prabuty, although there was a bit of brief disruption in the car on there. Garage come from the south, going to hit that sniper again. Is Prabuty paying attention? Oh, just barely. Just barely. Again, the lack of machine gun here, despite having a sniper, is hurting him, particularly against an experienced player like Opportunity Cost, who is quickly weaving about here, and the lack of something to quickly sort of, turn the tide around to rifle squads. He does leave us Grenadiers in a tight spot. We got a medic bank up already now. Further, though, decreasing the amount of pressure Prabuty can put in the battlefield early on versus Opportunity Cost. Sniper there with 4 kills. Grenadiers will need to retreat. He's obviously aiming to get a medic bunker out fast, and obviously that makes sense because of the state of the sniper. But even then, he's just already behind in territory there. He's going to have to really sort of hope he can just sort of get back on this. And he still needs to, grab the resources here. The east side is wide open. I feel like Prabuty here has perhaps gotten a bit too stubborn in the early game. 3rd Grenadiers going away there. Recent season of Western Nations. Back here, tech up already done there for Opportunity Cost. We got the sniper out there. Got the point here. Troops healing, reinforcing. Healing there, reinforcing there. Gonna be a squad halfway done. Sniper there being healed up by the medics. Very good. Need to head westward, but also again needs to put some pressure on here. He needs to do something there. I'll wait. Sniper there with 5 kills. We got the mechanized command post going up to Opportunity Cost. AK expensive runner. He probably wants to get out that fast M20 to at least have a chance taking out the sniper, which considering the early game so far has been going. It may like to be all bad for him to pull that off. Now we finally got to move eastwards there for Prabuty. Rifleman charging Grenadiers here, paying into heavy cover. Very good, denying him the ability to hit the car point as well. Heading centrewards there with the Pioneers. East side, we got the Lieutenant there. He's going to get sniped here by the Grenadiers. Let's try to go for the car point. Of course, also realizing that Prabuty has slightly had a less amazing early game here. There we go. Quick sniper shot. West take Grenadiers versus the rifle squad. We got Rearson sneaking up behind. There we go. Lieutenant pushed away. Need to go for the eastern points here swiftly. Probably need to pull back those Pioneers. And tech here on the way for Prabuty. Very good. M20 is on the way there for Opportunity Cost. Expensive runner. Very good, very good. Seizing the centre victory point, grabbing the cutoff point, moving back here to deal with the Americans, again to continue to bleed them out there. 7 kills, going to use reinforcing, can equip with G for the freeze as well now. Would be a good idea to help put more pressure on the infantry of Opportunity Cost, going to be being charged for the rifle squad. Quickly already up there, but still got one model drop. You can drop another one. There's a chance that the Grenadiers might actually chance us right. There we go. That engagement for once might actually go there in the favour of the Grenadiers. We're able to kill enough models from the American rifle squad there so they can't quickly, you know, get enough firepower back in return. That's allowing the Grenadiers to keep the upper hand. But there's another rifle squad moving in there. Sniper there with 8 kills. Need to get that like to make a nice cup soon. And of course, some upgrades for the Grenadiers would really be a great idea there for Prabuty. Plus, of course, getting his fuel point. He's already tailing behind here. Opportunity cost, though, not by too much still. Same fuel difference can bite him in the ass if he's not cautious. Smoke screen in here from Opportunity Cost. Probably to allow him to A, grab the point. He was clearly planning a mine, but basically it's a screen against the sniper, I think, there. I mean, Westford's going to need a mine there. Good money there by Expensive Runner. Rifle squad holding up there. M20 is moving about here, probably playing a bit cautiously as well. Probably doesn't want to hit a mine with it, for example. Or he might also worry, of course, about a 2-2 hanging around. But so far, though, Prabuty, of course, has been on the slower side. Apparently, is not anticipated. Opportunity cost going for the sniper. It doesn't. Oh, the M20 to counter the sniper. Doesn't care. Got the M20 racing in there, pushing for the car point here. He's going to dive into the base, probably to try and take out the sniper. Grenadiers. They're sprinting ahead to try and prevent this. Punish Expensive Runner. There we go. Straight to the machine gun bunker. Panther fast off. Still need to be careful here with the sniper. Panther fast goes straight over, and sniper dead. Punishing Prabuty here again for a slow tech and no mines. He may get the M20, but I think overall it's going to be a worthwhile kill there for Expensive Run as well, as that sniper could really bled him out. So Prabuty there, a bit of a slip up with the sniper. And again, highlights the dangers of it, in particular the way he did it, like he didn't get up tech fast, wasn't able to get the 2-2 fast, so there was effectively no easy way to counter sniper, and lastly, you know, prevent an opportunity cost of Expensive Runner from just suiciding an M20 to take it out, because again, in the long run, it's going to be much more beneficial to just get the sniper gone than, you know, keeping the M20 alive. So, yeah, pretty worthwhile trade there for Expensive Runner, and again, highlighting there Prabuty's slight slip up. Grenadiers moving westwards, and lastly, the most dangerous of going for sniper build there. Grabbing the eastern point here. He's going to do this out there. Ralph's coming up. He got further threat in here. Wiping on Prabuty in the first 7 minutes. That's going to be harsh for him. He loses another unit already after the sniper. He still needs to go like to make a nice company. He needs to get out some fast tech. And he's going for another sniper. Prabuty apparently decides he really wants that sniper. More mines on there for Expensive Runner. Very good. Seizing the western victory point. Ralph's got heading northward. Seizing the eastern point here. I mean, Prabuty, nonetheless, though, partly due to the sniper, is still pushing back across the field here against Expensive Run. He's actually going for bazooka teams. Obviously, he's participating in the 2-2 or some other vehicle, but Prabuty so far is not going there. Grenadiers moving ahead with the light machine gun. Sniper halfway down there for Prabuty and the 116th Panzerdivision Windhund. Note a Panzer Division did not have any snipers attached to it directly. Those were pretty much organic elements of divisions. That's not to say a Panzer Division couldn't have some attached, but those have been larger core assets and not divisional assets. Stuart Light tank there on the way for Expensive Runner. That's them going to put some pressure on Prabuty. Second sniper out there. Equipped with the scope Gewehr 43, though technically that was more of a marksman weapon, with snipers sort of using scope K90Ks or, I don't know, most of the guns to get their hands on them. But the Gewehr 43 was primarily used as sort of as a marksman's weapon, usually like, you know, the best marksman in the unit and so on there. Or, you know, the second in command as well. Rarely used as a sniper weapon from my understanding. Ralph's got the retreating. Small chance. You could also accidentally start off the mine accidentally and then kill the Ralph Squad that way, but yeah, Ralph Squad gets past and looks like he is not going to get wiped. Pretty lucky there for Expensive Runner. Seizing back with Eastern points to a light tank on the way there. Quite a few light vehicles. Does mean he's not able to push for tanks. It does mean Prabuty has more chance to maybe catch up that way. So we'll have to see, of course, how that works out. Ralph's got the Grenadiers. Grenadiers will to retreat. If they suffer another casualty, they hit the mine. Could be a wipe, which all costs them the light machine, but looks like that doesn't happen. Bit of luck there for the Prabuty. Grenadiers move down north with the Gewehr 43. Ralph's got moving towards the centre. Grenadiers sitting out. The sniper backing up. Pioneers as well. No mines, I think they're from Prabuty. Panzer Grenadier, not a bad pick. Still a son of the light to make a nice company, and he will need something to do with that Stuart Light tank. Either Panzerschrecks or something heavy there. Ralph's got being sniped, pushed back here on the west here. Command squad's the Lieutenant. Stuart Light tank arrives to support here and give the men the boost they need against the Krauts. Vacating the western fuel point there. Good work by Expensive Runner. And it goes to the light tank. They're getting Panzer for the Grenadiers. Will Prabuty go for the light to make a nice company? Or will he try and rush out some armor to that way deal with the stud? It would be a bold maneuver, but he could, in theory, pull it off. In theory, though, again. Very theoretical stuff there. Pani traps in the rear into the bazookas, basically hitting the Czech hedgehog here. They're hiding behind, Pioneers closing up. And up close, there's a unit already equipped with bazookas. The Pioneers will easily beat them, grabbing the East ammunition, sniping in here as well. We got the Panzer Grenadier good to go here for Prabuty and the 1 16th Panzerdivision Windhund, which means Greyhound in German. Little fun fact there. Snapping about there with 7 kills. So how we react to this? I mean, you could also, of course, equip the Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer Shreks. There's also an opportunity for dealing with the Stuart Light Tank here under expensive Runner's command, using these ammunitions. 50 cover there on the way. Stuart charging ahead. Bit of scams here. Jaeger command squad started joining in, 8 kills. Northern Pond being seized. Ralph's going straight for the Pioneers by these ammunitions. 50 cal bombers on there for expensive runner. Ralph's coming in. Yeah, Panzer Shreks there for Prabuty. Definitely starting to feel like he wants to just rush ahead, but you know, usually if you want to rush, you know, tech fast. So you always, you know, can just build the buildings wherever you need to, but in this regard, Prabuty is not doing that. So if he's rushing, he's not doing a very good job at it. Would be sort of the technical version of it. Punch takes me out. The Panzer is almost done. Looks like he is finally doing it. Nope. My mistake. He really should be doing it though. I mean, he could actually begin tagging and then build the support core, and soon after having St. Ostwind ready with unit Panther 4 here versus expensive runner. Punching the head, taking too much fire out in the open. And of course, at max range, their Panzer Shreks are deeply inaccurate. They're short to mid-range weapons, not long-range weapons. In fact, you bring up an anti-tank gun, or say a Stu, you do not use Panzer Shreks. Panzer Faust, they're damaged the engine with the Stu light tank again. Yeah, come off going to the route on the east and the west side. 5th Cup setting up there. Grenadiers could theoretically accidentally flank it and clear it out. Still nothing happening there in terms of tech for Prabuty. And there we go, finally going on there. Very good. Could have been definitely faster about that. So it is a tier 3 rush. An interesting variation of it, I suppose, but the execution definitely needs refinement. It definitely needs some refinement and some polishing. It's now retreating. Prabuty here taking no chances. In the west here, 5th Cav, they're being outmaneuvered by the Grenadiers. Good work there. Opens up the western cutoff point and the fuel point there as well. Good push here, taking advantage of expensive runners pushing to the east and the centre. Well, you can soon build the support core. There's also the theoretical option, of course, trying to rush out tier 4, but at the current state of affairs, I think that'd be a bit silly from him. A bit silly. As for expensive runner, aka opportunity cost, nothing further going on there. In the west side, we got Ralph squad charging on the to get the other squad into support. Note they have not been upgraded, hence retreating there. I think could have held out. He should have just held up behind here. Waiting for the other squad to run. They're going to focus down the Ralph squad, I think there. Of course, worth noting, we got bars up there on expensive runners infantry. Very good. Tech done. Get the support Macrat and then say either rush out a Flak Panzer or get out a Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Where's it going to be being pushed back with through a light tank? A Ralph squad's moving in. Big push there by expensive runner, and here in the east, gonna punch backed up with a sniper, 14 kills. Car being impacted by the 88mm rockets of the Raketen Panzerbuchse, and there you go, Lieutenant routed. And we got a Grenadier squad out with another Panzer Shrek course to cover the flank. So triple Panzer Shreks here for Prabuty, can certainly lay down some AO5 against any of the expensive runner's armor. Support code good to go. Will he go for the Panzer 4? What will Prabuty go for on the west point? They're being seized. Now moving in here for Prabuty. 15 kills, close to 22. Graham these nations. Grenadiers being, or Panzer Jaegers being sniped. One rocket actually hits the other one almost, but not quite. Roll squad the Radic, and the DC command squad moving in. And Panzer Jaegers retreat. There you go. Prabuty can go for the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 and definitely should go for the Panzer Kampfwagen 4. If that's what he's planning, definitely should just go for anything. There we go. Panzer 4 on the way there for Prabuty and the 1 16th Panzerdivision Windhund as the 3rd Armoured Division. Reels under the withering blows of Prabuty's forces. Primarily the sniper, I think. 17 kills so far. If you look at the total kill tally, that is roughly a 30 of all the kills he's splintered here on the expensive runner so far. Panzer Faust here. On the Steward light tank, Rouse squad tank back up Pani's going to swing up there as well. Other squad could try and get close to the Steward. So you can move up here, use the heavy counter and bombard it. Panther 4 halfway done. Expanse runner taking up, having brought up the Major, very good. We got 398 versus 436. Despite a rough start, Prabuty has been able to weather the initial storm and slowly turn the game around in his favour again. So very good played about Prabuty. Though again, still feel like that early game and his tech rush strategy there could do with a bit of extra polishing. Some extra refinement. Lieutenant Rearson charging the parties in the centre. Got the sun moving up there. 18 kills. Going to use one up as well there. No upgrades for those either. Got one Grenadier squad by upgrade with the G or the ambush camouflage. Very good there. Punch Jaeger's holding upgraded. Very good. Lieutenant under fire. High explosive shell obliterates some poor man. Part of his unit in the southeast. Route squad coming in. Grenadier squad on his own. Quickly dropping Lewis dead like a sack of potatoes from the 10th floor. Need to get the Grenadiers out there before they get out. In the west, we get the Panther getting the Rifle squad charging into them with the might of the fatherland steel. And there you go. Rifle squad, they're forced to fall back as they lack the means with which to stop a Panzer IV. Back here, troops reinforcing. Prabuty could probably push for another Panzer IV soon. It's certainly just going for a lot of Panzer IVs right now. Could be a very strong move there versus Expensive Runner, who's going for Rangers. Rangers there to lead the way. In fact, I believe Rangers actually receive training from British commanders, and there's sort of initially sort of a Ranger commander unit, sort of Americans going up there. What is he going to be creaming them with? Bazookas. That's dangerous for Prabuty, that is, since Rangers the bazookas. They can equip 3 of them, unlike pretty much any other American unit, but also they do more damage with them, and they penetrate more, so they practically become Panther sectors, except they shoot faster and they can have 3 of them. So that's kind of dangerous, to be honest. And I think we'll force Prabuty to consider machine guns to push their heads down. And it's going to need, to be very careful and keep the tanks properly supported, which always should be. There goes, good tank goes down. Panzer IV Panther combo completely knocks it out, exploding it like fireworks of the illegal kind. Kind your mother always warned you against. Rangers, Lieutenant Grayson's marching ahead with the Grenadiers doing what they can, punching as well. There's Snobby joining in, and it's an explosive round could be perhaps a key. There we go. Hold for the expensive rounders infantry, moving for the western fuel point here. Yeah, command's got routed by a big force here from opportunity cost. Back here, nothing further on in Prabuty's base. Tier 4 not happening. Got another Panzer IV there, another Panzer Kampfwagenfear. Machine gun stealth field could be an addition there for Prabuty to consider. In particular, if expensive runners going to make serious in this threat, they have Bazooka Rangers. Major 95 for the Panzer Kampfwagenfear. We got 398 versus 383. Prabuty's now the one in control here, being able to still, despite everything, push the Panzer IV a bit faster than the expensive runner could have stuff. Certainly has helped him out there. A good hit. Another Panzer IV was done. Need to pull the Panzer IV bit back. Need to cover those bazookas and more importantly, anti-tank rifle grenades. Panzer Jaeger's out in the open. Need to retreat. Gebalteland and thrown through the air. Doing pretty much no damage. Sniper also retreating there. Panzer IV phone back. Second Panzer IV almost done here. Still, I'd like to see Prabuty go for at least one empty 42 team. 9 kills on the Panzer IV here for Prabuty. Second one arrives to the battlefield. Ready to support the brave Grenadiers of the farm. There you go. Rangers opening up. Shoots. Gets a hit there. Grenadiers flanking up. They're beginning to flank themselves by a rifle squad. Second Panzer IV moving up. Could try and focus down the Rangers. Since there's only one bazooka. There we go. Shot fired. Lands but gets no kills. Still, opportunity cost takes no chances there. Doesn't want to voice his Rangers off. And retreats. Further down here, could push a Panzer force and assistance. Ends up retreating them. Does not try to hold out for long enough for the Panzer to arrive and maybe push through there. Here in the centre. Oh, back at the base, healing reinforcement. Panzer force passing through the centre. There you go. Rifle retreating. Panzer's charging in. Expensive runner being denied his fuel again. Good harassment there by Prabuty. Second Panzer equipped with the MD-42 on top. Back here, troops moving in to reinforce heal. You may want to consider bringing up some Osmans now to sort of help specifically target the infantry. In particular, again, if Expensive Runner keeps bringing up more bazookas, Osmans would be a good way of just quickly focusing them down. In particular, double Osmans should prove to be a very satisfactory possible counter. Otherwise, just machine guns. We're holding most of the map here now, holding most of the victory points. Good work there. Certainly getting more fuel now. In fact, he's getting twice as much fuel there as Expensive Runner. So, Prabuty's been able to turn this around. Also worth noting, he's actually shifted the ambulance about, indicating he's trying to now focus more on the west side rather than the east side. Not a bad move there. Looks like Prabuty will be right for such a move there, as he's positioning forces towards the east side. Here's a good read by Expensive Run, I think, on Prabuty. Good read. Rangers, Riflemen, 5th Corps all charging ahead here, using the 5th Corps to back up the assault. Good move there tactically. Raisins there come, the flank panther force moving in, though not fully repaired. Need to be careful about that. Pantaker's climbing up support here. Need to be careful. Panic got support. Bravo's got range moving ahead there. Grenadiers could try and use the Syndic explosive around here and the Rangers to make them easy targets, all to prevent them from firing. Pulls back the Panther force. Bomb grenade off. Misses. Needs to get the sniper out of there. Lack of a heavy machine gun team, I feel like, is further just emboldening opportunity cost to like conduct these kind of tactics here. Panther will need to be careful. Heavy damage there. Oh, accidentally blocks the retreat path of one Panther 4. Bit of a weird thing the game has in terms of pathing. Like, they will all insist on taking the same small narrow path, which of course in terms of tanks really creates these bottleneck situations where like you suddenly lose a tank because again like they can't, you know, just take a slight detour. No, they all have to follow the same path, so you kind of get these awkward situations. Ralph's got being shot at. Jaeger comes from the north. Actually, 2 there could flank the 5th. The cam machine gun maybe cleared out here. Back here, Grenadiers. Jaeger command squad. Oh, yeah, not Jaeger command squad. Panzerjägers and some moving in there. Rifleman Lieutenant chatting the Jaeger command squad there, which is now finding Jackson on the way there for opportunity cost. Grenadiers moving from the south here to flank up. Chanter getting out the Lieutenant. 3rd Panther force almost done here. There's going to be a lot of Panther force here for Prabuty. Lieutenant almost down here. Taking severe and intense damage from Prabuty's infantry. Panther 4 with 10 kills, veterans 1 back here, troops in reinforcing. Panther 4 receiving repairs. Should consider more pioneers, I think, to help repair all this. The Panthers he has. All it's going to take for him to get them fixed and back into the fight. Still, Prabuty's onto the most of the map. He should try and hit this point. He can just bleed out opportunity cost faster, which you've seen in other matches. Having a victory point lead can allow you to have a better chance of winning any, like, you know, otherwise losing. You can still sneak out a win not based off victory points. So Prabuty really needs to put more emphasis on Answer on as well. Opportunity cost sitting out there. Big push again. Once more, Prabuty's lack of heavy machine gun teams is only emboldening opportunity cost these tactics. Though, of course, with smoke from heavy cavalry still be somewhat. And there you go, Syndic explosive rounds, though not a thing on the priority target, which should be the Rangers here, since they're the bigger fetchers armor. Be careful with the Panther 4, second one moving in. Proud squad there being hosed out in the open. Jackson getting them hit in the Panther 4 snipers are landing hits here. 22 kills. Kill on the Ranger, very good. Still needs more pioneers there, Prabuty. And of course that victory point. And I think he should just pull back his Panther force altogether and just repair them. Grenadier squad here being swarmed by all of opportunity cost infantry. And of course the 5th Corps there. Jackson going on a hunt. Panther force backing off here. Needs to get them all back there though, Prabuty. Grenadiers under fire from the resistance, the 5th caliber and everything else. Yeah, Prabuty definitely needs more pioneers. I mean, 1 pioneer squad to cover 3 Panther force is definitely not workable. Remember, you're fighting for the fatherland. You're not working for Amazon. You want as many hands as possible on hand to like do the job properly, not like, you know, do it at the lowest bit possible. Oh, working a few poor souls. Yeah, come out when they retreat. Grenadiers on fire from the Lieutenant. Panzerjäger sniper moving up here. Needs more pioneers, Prabuty. Bomb grenade on the 3 Estlands. Ooh, close one there, but not quite, not quite. Troops in reinforcing. Still no pioneers for Prabuty. Again, he's still trying to fix 3 Panther 4s with a single pioneer squad. Definitely inefficient there by Prabuty. Definitely very inefficient. You generally want 2 pioneer squads to like fix at least like, you know, number of tanks beyond 1. And in some cases you might even bring up 3 pioneers if you have like sufficiently large amount of tanks. I mean, for 3 Panther 4s though, 2 pioneers can work, but you definitely need 2. Like if you were to get say 4 Panther 4s, you may want to consider 3rd pioneer squad. Of course, at that point he's going to have to struggle with the population. Now he's actually bringing up 4th Panther 4. Again, it's worth noting he only has 1 pioneer squad for 4 Panther 4s. Apparently Prabuty is Jeff Bezos. Grenadier on the Grenadier squads, they need to retreat them. Definitely feel like he's pushing his luck there. And he's got Ralph squad, Graham the Eastern Victory Point, the Grenadier command squad and Panzerjägers moving ahead. Need to fix up all the Panther Force. 4th Panther Force almost done. It looks like he's trying to set up for like a deeper assault with sort of flanking elements, like, you know, he pencils in from the west and then from the east. That could work out. And particularly if you can also combine with the artillery strike, he may be able to overwhelm opportunity cost with too many things going on at the same time. That's an increasing chance of getting a wipe. He could also in that way negate about the Jackson's strengths if he can pull off such an assault. But the question is, can Prabuty do it? I mean, he's got the ambition for sure, but when it comes to execution, Prabuty has at times faltered a bit. And still, like, he's trying to serve as 4 Panther Force with a single Pioneer squad. Oh wait, Jackson in for the Eastern Panther Force, catching their range team in as well. Should have probably support those Panther Force. He might about to lose 1 Panther Force. In fact, yeah, that's looking like it's going to be very likely happening. Second Panther Force team moving in. Pioneers there again. 1 Pioneer squad for all these Panther Force. It's really like he's just asking for top. Yeah, command squad's resistance, almost taking them out. Yeah, Panther's moving up here. There you go. Got the Rangers pushed back. Should have moved in the Panther's sprint, Prabuty. Unit wiped out. Panther moving in. 5th got the blocking the way. There you go. Good hits on the Jackson tank destroyer. Panther Force charging in. He's sending in the most damaged one. Almost got the Jackson there. Almost got it. Artillery fire raining down. 5th gun machine gun routed. Panther Force needs to get out of there before it gets flanked by something nasty and destroyed. Other Panther Force advancing. 5th gun crew could go down. Big push here. We got a smoke screen calling for opportunity cost. He's charging in with all of his heavily damaged Panther Force here. I feel like Prabuty is making a considerable mistake. He's definitely pushing his luck way too far. Yup, lost the Panther Force, the 10 tank rifleman. It's not like it was doing anything there. It just, to an extent, I can understand the logic, but it just feels like a waste of a good Panther Force. Still, he was able to push back opportunity costs, so, you know, but that Panther Force loss was just unnecessary. At least, Prabuty has let go of his inner Amazon executive and is bringing out more Pioneers to fix up his Panzers. Ground the western point here. Very good, cutting off his opponents once more. Need to get all those victory points as well. We got 365 to 285. Need to fix up all his Panzerkampfwagen fears. And he may want to consider bringing up a Stug or an Osman here to deal with some of the other stuff. Either Stug for dealing with more armor or the Osman dealing with the infantry more viciously. Oh, we got 365 to 278. Looks like opportunity cost aiming for a sniper now. Aiming for a sniper. We got Rangers, Reasons, bringing headshots into the east for light machine gun sniper. They're falling back. We got 29 kills on him. 29. Back here, troops reinforcing. Fix out the Panther Force. Slowly working on those Panther Force. Very good. Gunneers are being swarmed by heavy fire there from all the riflemen with the BARs. Let's get going out there. Panther's moving ahead. Don't commit the Panther Force without fully repairing them. Prabuty, don't. Ah. To an extent I can understand logic. I feel like it's pushing his luck way too much at the moment. He's all lost 1 Panther Force in a quite frankly pointless manner. You should avoid just throwing away Panther Force like this, at least for the time being, until you get them all back in action. Since one of them actually getting close to VT2, and that would be the biggest loss for him to lose, since that obviously needs more armor. And more importantly, it means he's close to VT3 and actually getting a higher rate of fire and higher mobility, which would be a real problem there. Also, for Prabuty to help deal with infantry. Not a bad pick there. Need to, I think, launch a counterattack to the western victory point. Of course, need to fix up all those Panzer Force schnell. Panzers there reinforcing, healing. Interesting enough. Opportunity cost expense around is focusing most in the center. Gunneers charging forwards, not moving towards the west side there. Splitting up the Pioneers. Does mean overall it's going to take long for them to get 1 Panther Force back in action. Expense runner getting out close to the Pershing heavy tank. Got 134. I feel like Prabuty again, he just grabbed this victory point sooner. He would have expense runner much on victory points, which also might cause me some psychological pressure there to expense run as well. Grab the western point here. Gonna these ambushing, seizing the eastern point here, moving away from it rapidly. Grab the west center point here, very good. Fixing out the Panther 4. Other Panther 4's good to go. Sniper with 30 kills. Jackson heading eastwards, half 8 to 52. Austrian flak Panzer effects right here for Prabuty and the 116th Panzer Division Minhund. Graham the eastern point there, assembling his armour by the looks of it. Well, except the 1 Panzer 4 in the east, maybe he's forgotten about it, which would be a bit awkward. Also got the Panther 4, the Austin convert. He needs to get all of his tanks in at the same time. Like, he needs to concentrate his firepower, as Guderian like to say. Strike with a fist, not an open hand. Going in here, Quiding try and call in some air support. Right, Tommy, Rearson, Bazooka team, the blast, and there goes support called in. Going on to the Ranger team now. Should be sending in all the arm at the same time. Panther going to be shooting. There goes airstrikes in the Jackson tank destroy. Main gun out. Go for it. Go for it, Prabuty. Except Prabuty then does not go for it. Missing an opportunity, I think, to destroy the Jackson tanks and cause heavy damage here to Expense Runner. That definitely feels like a bit of a flop here. Like, he's just pushed away all of the anti-tank weapons. The Jackson's almost out, and Prabuty just sits back, allowing Expense Runner to then withdraw most of his forces safely. Not a good move there by Prabuty. That is a definite flop. Now he's pushing it, but again, Expense Runner is already retreated. He's just, again, missed an opportunity there. Massive one. As a definite strategic error there by Prabuty. That's going to give just Expense Runner just much more time to recover. Now he's got the Jackson tanks for out, or Pershing heavy tank there besides the Jackson, which of course will allow it to survive. So now the situation is much harsher there for Prabuty. Plus, he just spent his Stuka close air support, which would have been great versus the Pershing. Like, definitely a great misstep there by Prabuty. Could possibly cost him the game if he's not careful. At least it's going to give Expense Runner much more leeway now, knowing his opponent's just spent his close air support without even getting full value from it. So, we got 58% on 93. Troops have been forcing. Need to fix out all his panzers again. Plus, I think it also just wiped some of these ranges, for example. So it just really feels like Prabuty just dropped the ball there. Wing West was there with the Panther Force, playing the map. Expense Runner going for every victory point he can. Very good there. Very good. We've got Ralph Gold here as the Grenadiers. Panther 4 moving in. Austin moving up to back up as well. In the west, we've got Lieutenant push back over the Panther 4 and the Austin Flak Pants. Oh, it's just the Panther 4, the Austin in the east. Because now Prabuty's in the tough spot where he's only got 3 Panther 4s to take on the Pershing, and they're not going to be able to easily penetrate from the front. Doesn't many other anti-tank weapons, and his opponent's got plenty of bazooka teams, so it becomes harder for the Panther 4s to flank the Pershing. So right now Prabuty is in a bit of a tight spot, because again he also threw away his Stuka close air support. I think a bit too easy there. Need to fix up his armor swiftly and coordinate a proper sort of thing here versus Expense Runner. Sniper gets a wipe though on one Expense Runner's units there. BAR drop there, pretty good there. Panther 4 to engage for the Pershing. Panther is flying, doing some damage. I guess that's an option as well though. The Pershing couldn't theory snipe the Panzer Jaegers and leave them quite dead. And here's losing his Ludwig. Rachel's waiting for Expense Runner to help repair his Pershing. Shouting at the damage Panther 4 without repairing it. Oh, you're doing it again, Prabuty. I wish you shared the same enthusiasm for repairing your tanks and, attacking when you have the opportunity than you did for charging in half-damaged tanks without repairing them. And then charging getting in the line of fire. So there you go, Osman down. Felt a bit like a waste there by Prabuty. Ralph's got Pershing moving in there, 9 kills. Panther doing damage to the Pershing. Could get a Panther fast off. Panther 4 being repaired. Almost got the Western victory point. Is there a chance of taking out the Pershing? Small. Problem is, most of his armor is heavily damaged. So he can't just, charge in there. Plus, the way he split up his Panther Force, he can't easily just quickly move from one Panther to the next. So, feels like Prabuty there kind of made it more difficult for himself. Now he's going in with the Panther 4. Careful. 4-6. Meanwhile, Expense Runner could consider laying down some mines. He's got plenty of munitions, but he's not really doing a lot with it. Again, he may also want to put more pressure on the left flank, but he's doing a good job. They're denying Prabuty the ability to bleed him out faster victory points. Going to use Jaeger. Panzer moving up the east side. Panther 4's being repaired here. Tier 4 now. Not entirely sure if that's the best move by Prabuty. I mean, he's barely got any pop cap for it anyways. I mean, I think just bringing up Stooks to help deal with the Pershing and Jackson would be a better choice there. Using the Panther 4 than deal with all the infantry. Well, that's just me. Oh wait, 2 Panther 4s roughly good to go. 31 there need repairs. Tier 4 halfway done. 2 versus 487. Pershing being shot at with light machine gun fire, obviously doing no difference. 1-6 moving up, shoots, slight hit there, but we got the machine on the way there. The Mardus we got Tilly called in, probably on the machine gun I imagine, yup. And these rounds got launching a counter-attack here, pushing away one of the Grenadier squads. Buying a better rest part there for expensive runners. The front line is being severely pressured still by Prabuty. Well, Panzer Force are roughly good to go. He can begin building a heavy Panzer Corps. The question is, what does he intend to go for? A Panther, maybe? To help deal with the Pershing and the Jackson? I mean, that, I guess, could be an option. If he does it properly and fast enough. Panzer is using the center point. Panzer Force just hanging about there. Direct hit here. Blows apart Friedrich. Pershing moving ahead here. Opportunity course is being plenty aggressive. Oh, the sniper there caught by it. Close to white. Can he get the white? Can he get the white? Chances I think are good. Nope. Didn't. Lucky there for Prabuty. Panzer Force failed to penetrate the Pershing front's llama. Heavy Panzer Corps almost done there for Prabuty and Deutschland. You got 290 versus 187. Too bad he's got too many units. He could, I suppose, try for the Sturmpanzer, that way blast through expensive runners infantry, isolating the armor. That could be like a possible strategy there to consider. That could be a possible strategy to consider. Returned here versus the Grenadiers. Panzer Force charging in, need to be careful of course. There's probably going to bound to be a lot of things backing up the Pershing, so just try to rush in there. He's going to get blasted a lot by all the other stuff. Another unit down though. Expensive runners taking some casualty here from Prabuti's Panzer Assault. Of course, need to come up further away. Oh dear, good hit against the units, but taking also heavy damage to get the Panzer Force out there. Blitz, blitz. Oh dear, it's going to go down, I think. Bringing his damage, Panzer Force getting particularly veteran. Panzer Force is a bad idea. He's almost got the Jackson. We got a fun pushing up people. There we go. We got combined arms. Sonny's units are firing much for firepower. 2 Panther Force down. Jackson lost, but 2 Panther Force for Jackson is a great trade-off. Prabuty there, absolutely punished. Panther on the way now, I guess, but not quite, I think, to compensate for some of the losses here. Still, opportunity cost forces are battered, but Prabuty definitely took the worst of it here. Had he waited a bit longer, he coordinated with Stuart close air support, probably done more damage to expensive runner that way. Instead, he's actually in a lot of trouble because he's got nowhere stopping the Pershing, and now expensive runner can place Pershing a lot more aggressively. Until the Panther hits, at least. We need to fix up the Panther front. Of course, the big loss was also just the loss of the Vetchny 2 Panther Force, because, you know, that could have become a Vetchny 3 Panther Force, which would have been a massive issue for the infantry and armour of expensive runner. Another outsport then for expensive runner and the 3rd Armored Division as the 116th Panzer Division brings up its Panthers. Fixing up the Panther for the Pioneers. Route squad freshly out there for expensive runner. And the Democracy. Sniper there could do a bit of healing, 45 kills. Panther almost good to go there for Prabuty. Pershing moving ahead, 20 kills, that's only 2. And we go, Panzerkampf flank mobilized here for Prabuty and Deutschland. Kruppstil and Porsche engines, who can defeat us? And he's moving up there. Rearson's strings moving ahead here. Large squad got the Syndicate 274 on the 74. 100 point difference. Panther straight to mine, not a great start there for Prabuty's Panther. Now we got Bazooka team swarming it. And the Bazooka's not going to do much against a cascade of Bazooka fire there. He's calling an air support, it's not going to match much here either. Basically, Prabuty's Panthers was rendered useless within moments. Highlighting a bit the danger of sinking all your costs into the Panther, because again, it can quickly go down. As you can see there. So they end up doing basically bugger all for Prabuty, and he probably been better off just going for a pair of Stugs. Well, at least been able to save one of them there. Still, force him away, but again came at the cost of another stupid close air support, which really doesn't end up destroying anything. He might get the fighting position, he get the centre victory point back as well, try and beat up expensive runner more, but the loss, I'd say, are still pretty harsh there for Prabuty and the German army. Still pretty harsh. 5th cover there being routed. push back here. Bravo Squadron on the west side here as expensive runner advances. For freedom and democracy. Moving out the west side, they're trying to play around Prabuti's main force. Very good there, very good. Going for the copper and then to connect the fuel again. Very good indeed. What will Prabuty do now that his Panther end up being a, well, quite frankly, just massive target for the Americans and the bazooka teams? What will he do? In the south here, Pershing charging the Grenadiers again with just one Panther 4 and some Panzer Shreks. It's going to be a tough challenge here for Prabuty to halt opportunity cost armoured advances to slow him down. Pershing continues to advance here and then pushes back a bit. We got smoke in here, probably around the centre, cover up and advance there. Or up here against the sniper, good counter there. Good counter. Rangers rifling up here, got the Panther 4 blocking the way with a bit of infantry support. Still a lot of bazooka fire there. Panzer 4 bounces one, but takes another penetrating hit there. And in the far south, we're going to do what's the Pershing. Some nasty damage down there, going to be being routed. Almost got the Grenadier squad there wiped out. And annihilated. Quite a blow there to Prabuty. Is it one he can afford? Probably not at this point. Pack 4 move for Prabuty's actually back tech now. So highlighting how his strategy has hit some rather significant issues. Pershing to bombard away there. Close to the ace level already. Definitely a problem there for Prabuty. And of course this worth keeping in mind the Pershing heavy tank does veterans you up faster than most other heavy armor in the game. And thusly can become much more lethal, much faster as well. A notable advantage which does tend to get, I think, overlooked by some players. Panther 4 more on the way for Prabuty versus the Pershing. He needs to either go for Stoops or he needs to even go for Panthers, but I think just adding more Panther 4 to the mix number as an almost ace Pershing is a awkward call there by Prabuty. Panther X, Panther 4 lands some hits on the Pershing, pushing it down to half health, but probably not sufficient. Pushing his Panther 4 ahead again. We got 245 to 127. Prabuty still has the victory point lead. He still has at least that way a chance of winning and beating opportunity cost, but can he get there? And certainly had he just, grabbed the point sooner, who knows, he might already be winning by now, or have won by now, because he's just been able to beat out his opponents so much faster. So definitely feels like Prabuty has some, again, kinks to work out. Second Panther 4 there ramming, first one being repaired. Punch the Jaegers versus the Pershing heavy tank. We got lots of bazooka teams, all the plus riflemen. Panzer Shrek dropped again, needs to grab it before it ends up in the hands of expensive runner. Private, Panther taking him down to get out, then he's get out of there. Pack shoots, bounces, Piney seizing the Panther Shrek. Panther 4 somehow avoids being shot, but there you go. Pershing lands a killing blow. Combined arms again, by the way. Good work. Ace Pershing. Definitely problem for Prabuty. And also this happening. He's also gone for the card point there. Good. Double strike there by expensive runner. Cutting off Prabuty from the western resources as he destroys his veteran tank. We got Gunners of the BAR. Will that be sufficient to hold up expensive runner's forces? Will this be enough to stall democracy? And there go Gunners need to retreat before they get snapped here with the Pershing. Again, ace level Pershing, boosted by combined arms, is pretty bad news. Also, just look at that turret rotation. That thing is rapid. Gunners squad about to get wiped out. Drop the Panther there for Punjagos infantry to pick up. Some of the Gunners dodging the shots from the Pershing. Holy smokes. But there you go. And then he can only get that far. Quite a blow there to Prabuty. Again, there's an opportunity cost which just sang through him. We got 218 versus 127. We got the Eastern Point. We see the Grenadiers. Another pack for Prabuty. What will he try and save up for? What will he try and go for? Will be another Pershing here. Will he keep it alive better than the first one? There you go. So hits in the Pershing, almost taking out the bazooka teams moving up. Threatening the Panther 4 with swift high explosive distraction. Pack 40 almost on the Prabuty. These pioneers sending, sniper sending out there with 52 kills. Very good. Got decent victory point. Back to bleeding up expensive runner.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
But the situation for Prabuty is certainly dicey, to put it very mildly. Seasonal Western munitions, claiming that from the Krauts. Got 50 around the centre there. 5 kills, ace level. Rob squad hiding up behind the heteros there. Sniper lands another kill. Need to kill, of course, 53 kills, but also needs to target out in the damn open. Panther moves in, shatters a bench, but that's about it. Packs being hauled forwards. Could try and grab the centre somehow, but they've got flank, for example, from here. Hit that, clear it out. Whoa! Someone's corpse just went sliding away there. That was quite the corpse drift there. 50 couple up going for the centre there. We got Tilly called in on it. 50 couple round line to push for it. Pushing there with 38 kills. Pearson's pushed away from the Western victory point. Grabbing the centre one. We got 215 was on 11. Half check out for expense run at this point. Probably able to deal with the infantry. I don't think he's worried about aircraft from Prabuty, truth be told. I do not think... Well, actually, maybe. He actually wants to put the Supers as support out commission since the anti-aircraft have to shoot them down incredibly fast and incredibly consistently. Putting these right about the Pershing. 41 kills, Sniper there with 53 kills, getting more kills than the captain. Backkeep troops in reinforcing. Captain routed. Pershing setting out there for Prabuty, 41 kills. We got 215 versus 106. Looks like Prabuty might be setting out for a Panther here, at least that's my feeling at the moment. They could, of course, try and go for another Panther 4. Just don't feel like another Panther 4 is going to be a great choice. Obviously, the Pershing also going to have, the Panther's going to have his limits, but as long as he doesn't drive into another mine right in front of Bazooka Horde, it might just survive. Panzer's moving ahead. Pack's ready to support as well. Grab the western point here. Rangers ready to block the way. Panther 4 shoots, misses. Bazooka team there from Rangers opening up with the Panther 4. Sniper there firing away. 55 kills. Pack moving up there. Could take a hit on the half track. Yes, good hit. Pershing the same with infantry. Far west, we got infantry moving towards the western victory point here. We got 206 versus 106. Need to respond to the threats elsewhere as well. Need to grab that point, but it seems like he's moving away from it. We do gain in the end another Panther for Prabuty. Again, highlighting perhaps also the other issue with the Panther. Just have to put his economy in hold for so long. Just have to fill resources for so long. And again, there's another issue with the Panther. The Panther is just so expensive that losing one is just the thing. You questions like, you know, once you're then behind or like equally on the strength of the opponent, it doesn't feel worth it a lot of the time. And so Prabuty just keeps feeding Panther 4s into it because at least they're sort of, you know, a bit more cost efficient than the Panther and a bit more accessible. When you're behind, like the Panther 4s, you can just mostly get the numbers up, but again, the Panther is just so much more expensive in comparison. So I can understand Prabuty wanting just bring up more Panther 4s here, but it's just... You really should just be going for Stoogs then, so at least they're going to fit in the Pershing better than the Panther 4s. 185 is 106. Spencer Ronnie seems to have stabilised things for now. You all seem to be heading steadily, perhaps towards an hour-long match here. It's only been a long one here, Cavalry killing away at the Americans. Pershing with 43 kills. Straight into the double packs here though. Good hit. Target weak point 1 available. If you have the munitions, doing heavy damage in fact. And maybe there's a chance of taking out the Pershing here. And there you go. The Pershing is down. A small window here for Prabuty to do some damage to expense runner. Of course, connect to cool another, but still, if it places cards correctly, you could turn this around. Now retreats, main gun out in the Panther 4. Oh no. Well, and there you go. Combined arms, I think, slightly awkward to called in. Either way, though, Panther 4 down. And he's not far from another one. Still, if Prabuty is quick, maybe hit some of those victory points. Must have a chance on the command to have called in. We got 160 versus 106. Can Prabuty do this? He's gave himself an opportunity, but can he exploit that opportunity versus expense run and actually seize victory? Pioneer being pushed back here. Troops getting ready. half it there, sneaking about. We got 151 versus 106. Prabuty is starting to get anywhere where this advantage is gained. He's very much struggling to get anywhere. After dealing with the Panzer Jaegers, Panzer getting shot at by bazookas, less than half health. Prabuty's all down to just one Pioneer squad. He's fighting on valiantly, but so it's opportunity cost, and he seems to be having a bit more success with it at the moment. And he's also not far off from the second Persian, whereas again, Prabuty's just some time away from any additional armor. Panvol's about to get knocked out here, I think. He was not careful. The southeast ground, the Pontic, and he's ambushing out. Panzer 14 did get knocked up. Then tank rifles, meaning Prabuty has now no armor here versus expensive runner. Got 105, he's at least managed to bleed out his opponent again. Got a wipe somewhere. I guess that's a small bit of fortune there. We got 59 kills. Persian called in, almost got the Eastern victory point. We got 102. It's mostly calling with the Western victory point to cover it up from the sniper. Good work. 100 points left here for expensive running behind to hold it to the tie. There again, Persian hit with a big infantry push. They're going to use in the eastern side. Are going to have no chance there. They just need to retreat. Head on push against Rierson's blocking the way there. Cover shattered. Sniper got too close. Push back rifle and wipe. The sniper's finally down there. I imagine a huge relief here for expensive runners. I imagine been quite annoyed with that sniper by now. So he's probably relieved to have it finally dead. But that does leave Prabuty even more in a very awkward situation, as his ability to really just hurt expensive runners sort of further drops. Since he's got no machine guns, barely any infantry, of course no sniper, no tanks, so his ability to really just affect expensive runners by now is sliding to look increasingly diminished. And of course there's still the Pershing to deal with. So the situation for Prabuty now is very dire. Very dire. He's gone from a situation where he was looking like he was winning to, well, looking like he's losing as now. Expensive runners very much in the rise. He is ascendant. Brown squad can't push back. Got infantry pushing ahead here. Pershing moving westwards. Panther on the way there for Prabuty. Season Eastern points. Packs ready, but can it be enough here for Prabuty versus expensive runner? Is it sufficient? Will it be enough? Will it be there to carry the day for the German army? Pershing wrecking the wreckage of the other Pershing by the looks of it. Panther almost done them for Prabuty. For Deutschland, for the 116 punch, he's down to 81 versus 100. Now it's his time to be the one with the least victory points, as opportunity cost is just racing past him. And this was the Rangers there.
Crowds have 75 points left.
74 points left versus expensive runners 100. We got a big push here. Prabuty's forces are overstretched and outgunned. So getting almost there. You go again, another combined arm shooter there. Did he actually shoot? Yeah, he killed 4 of the Rangers. He almost wiped it down on his own. Good lord. We're boosting the infantry, of course, the armor. Makes him much harder, of course, for Prabuty to hold him back. I mean, really good, consistent usage of combined arms, I think, for expensive runners. So 2 thumbs up to him there. Pioneers and trouble about getting wiped out here by expensive runners' forces. And with this, there's just no way Prabuty, I think, can hold expensive run. Like, it's just too much firepower. He's lost control of the map, and he just does not have the forces. The fight has very much snowballed out of Prabuty's control. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss there for the German army. I mean, it's every time I think Prabuty had the chance, but he just never pushed when he should have pushed. And other times he just made some weird pushes when he shouldn't have. Additionally, I'm still not a fan of the heavy Panzer Corps. I mean, obviously the way the Panther got knocked out just further highlights just not that great armor in the game. Just people can ride with bazookas and just shoot to death in a matter of moments. But also just like, it was so difficult for them to replace it. It just made a massive gap in his economy. And I think we just better off just sticking to more stuff from the supplement. Because if you wanted to go for it, you should have gone for it sooner rather than, after 4 pens or 4 and last spins. So in this regard, the timing may also be just been awkward for it, but it just highlights, I think, just how overall weak an element the Heavy Pentacle right now is in the sort of the Wehrmacht faction. Again, it's tier 4, but it doesn't, feel like it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like to do, you can also donate or pledge on Patreon. And links in the description. Every donation helps you out to do this. Of course, a big thanks to all those who support me on Patreon already now. This is Imperial Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.